Hello, welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All. Last time we started off the trial. This is actually the second day of the trial. We did some investigating beforehand. And trying to remember exactly where we left it off. Right, we got to her revised testimony. I think she revised one part before, but this is like a more so revised version. So right now we're listening to this before we try to counter anything. Like the side room was like kind of dark, you know? So like the costume is like purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. It's not just on the purple. And I like persuaded my sister it wasn't like right. Persuaded my sister it wasn't like right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. What? Yes, now I see. That doesn't make any sense. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think, like, thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? No. Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Of course. After the murder, part 2. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? I know that's not true. Really, because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Meany's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay. So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. You didn't see the blood. Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. That is such a confusing wording. And what was your sister, Ms. Mimi Meany, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. Get my sip of water. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Ms. Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I think you're talking about yourself there, but I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, like, Ms. Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Ms. Meany? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place, huh? Like, when do you mean? When you... We're going to the crime scene, right? Because Pearl would have been there. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Because Pearl should have been there. Think harder, I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? Incredibly important. This is one of those times where I'm entirely on track with when they do that is it really that important thing. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this, I know. Very well. Ms. Meany, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, didn't see anyone on the way to, the channeling chamber. Try to remember that time. Oh, I remember. I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Nope. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, he'll end the trial, I know. We have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. How do we get Pearl's alibi? She plans this is the time of the murder, it seems. Okay, so we can use that, probably. Under repair in the hallway until police came. Oh, shucks. I think it has to be Sacred Urn because... I think it has to be the Sacred Urn. Where did my sister was? And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber. I didn't see anyone on the way. Okay. I'm gonna save, but I'm pretty sure it's this urn. I'm gonna get you. Yes. I've finally found the fault, or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. She's like, oh, fuck. Take a look at this urn. Nobody's gonna have any idea what's going on here. There are cracks. Do you see them? So, what does that prove? Nope. Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Yeah. I already, said I didn't see, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, totally say anything about, an urn, did I? It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could have seen this person, or could not have seen this person. Shebang! I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Ms. Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes, and how is this child relevant? Just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh, we probably could have used the ball as well. And she just so happened to break this urn. Wait, she broke the urn? Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. Nar. You turn Australian? Oh, nar. And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Oh my. Jeez. Ms. Meany? Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Ms. Meany. You are a masterful liar. That kind of reaction will not make you look good in front of the judge. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So Ms. Meany, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Well, obviously she wasn't sleeping in the side room, but to our knowledge, we can't... I'm pretty sure I won't need to save. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just click, there's no way. Oh, I'm not gonna prove this. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction here. Oh, God. Contradiction. Where is this contradiction? Help me, Mia. I'm gonna save again. I don't know if this is the right way to be going. Maybe it would be in her testimony, right? Fudge. Can't be the key, right? I don't think it's helped me, Mia. I mean, I don't think they'd be doing that. I'm gonna say her testimony because she said she got woken up. Earlier in your testimony with me, you made the following statement. And, like, Ms. Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Ms. Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, oh, through the eyes. Like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Ms. Meany, how did you know that fact? I concede that Ms. Fey was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Ms. Meany, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Look at the manor guy. This is partial! If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, oh, is there like some back thing like around the wall or something? Because there's a wall here, so maybe you can go behind there. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Oh, God. I still wonder if she went under the hallway. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Ms. Meany, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. It's not baseless. I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? Oh, God. Might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meeny. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. In the channeling chamber, where was the witness when the murder took place? Right, like back here. Ms. Meany was here, of course. But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Ms. Meany was at the scene of the crime. Lay it down, Phoenix. Order. That's... Oh. Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the channeling chamber when the channeling started. But you put out the fact that the defendant was able to leave the area. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Ms. Eenie Meeny was hiding at the scene of the crime. Oh, where? Like, where was I hiding? I wonder where. Here, of course. Behind the folding... Yup, behind the folding screen. Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging up behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. Well, don't tear your hat. How are you gonna pull it over your face now? Quit. Her hat's made of dough. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball. Now is me. One so young as you shouldn't be saying shut it, Gramps, as if you know exactly how old I am. Ooh. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along? Oh my gosh, the witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Ms. Meany, how were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Yup. Nope. Tiny little box, no person could fit in that. That tiny little box there, no. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lada disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. The clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Oh, while you were asleep, you knew it was there. Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can. I absolutely can. I'm saving anyways, but it's because of the bullet hole. Yes, I can with some evidence. Now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Shabang! Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. Ooh, you aren't saying like anymore. This, what on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen had a hole at the same height. Do you not know what actually happened here? Do you actually think it was Maya? That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box, and it hit the sleeve that you were wearing. Ms. Meany, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order. So what you were saying... Ooh. Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Ms. Eeny Meeny? That's exactly what I'm saying. Whoa, hold on. She got out of the box because Maya was drugged with sleeping pills or something like that. She put Maya back in the box. Cause she was in there. She had to come out of the box. She put Maya in the box so that when we busted in, it was just her channeling, and that's why we couldn't tell that it was Eeny. Because when channeling, she'd look just like if Maya was channeling at the time. And then when Morgan rushed everybody out, she finished channeling, and then they swapped, and Eeny was able to make her way out some other way. I still think through the floor. Maybe that floor mat that we see in the background there. But I wonder if that's what happened. If it was like all switcheroo. Same with the clothes. Oh wait, no, then they wouldn't... Would they switch? I'm so confused. Would they still switch the clothes then? How would that work? Unless Dr. Gray shot before she got out of the thing, before she got out of the box, Dr. Gray shot off and it hit her sleeve. No, because in the picture there's no bullet hole. Oh my god, I just went through like so many loops in my brain. You were hiding inside this clothing box all along, and you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin all the blame on my client. No, stop. Can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. Foolish fools making a foolish point in this foolish case. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. Not necessarily fled. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. Correct. It's not possible to do it all by herself. I'm saving anyways because I don't know what the game might pull on me. But it is correct. It is not possible to do that all by yourself. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. I need to remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Ms. Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? She's like, oh my god. Oh, you're not happy about this. Your revenge plot went a little bit sour. Kinda deserve it, because you're bonkers as shit. Ms. Meanie, you had an accomplice. Yeah, this person. If it wasn't someone from Grand Village, you couldn't have gotten a costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fey. Yep. Isn't it the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you... Yo, Judge, take the rose-tinted glasses off. She is evil as fuck. What do you have to say to this, Ms. Meanie? Go back to your, like, silly sprite with the tongue out. You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Oh, she's losing it. Oh wow, there was a shot of Dr. Gray with a gun to him. I think this is what really happened. Yep. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Yep, before 3. Or was it 3:15 when it happened? I can't remember. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. I also would have accepted the idea that the hair changes. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Evil. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing. I knew it. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. So yeah, this works. But then, what about the gunshot? Isn't something unexpected? Because he was still alive, so she did all that before even shooting him again. And he opened fire. The unexpected, yes. Oh, that was what I was saying. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. Makes sense. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... Yep. Probably wiped the prints and then made Gray and Maya hold on to it to get the prints on there. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Yep. Ms. Meanie, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Yep. I pretended to be Maya Fey. The whip while we're doing the flashback, but that's a sort of deception would have been easy to see through? No, not if we got shoveled out of the room immediately. Which is precisely why Ms. Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? Exactly. This is the real truth behind this murder. Yup. Oh, she's about to lose it. She's gonna lose it so hard. Who is that? Laughing at a time like... Oh, is it Morgan Fey? Oh. Simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Ms. Von Karma, surely, of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? You were laughing? Oh no. Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Now you're gonna have to make me link her to this? Okay. Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. I should re-look at this and remember which page is which, because I've done this before where I've had to choose between the 3 pages. Sister, nurse, surgical clinic, 14 pages. Okay. So this is about the accident, and one living, one dying. Second one is the interview about Crash. Says she doesn't remember anything else. That might come back up. And Dr. Wilkie in the shadows. Yep. Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Revenge. That's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Ms. Eeny Meeny want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? That's exactly what I wanted to say, too. Motive. I don't have a motive. Yeah, you do. Motive? You can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reasoning for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is on this. It's this one, but I need to double check which one. Not this. The third one. Yeah, 3rd page. Is there anything else that I could use to point towards it? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Huh. Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she's calling me about... Oh, is that wrong? You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? You literally said that she said that he did that. And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See now, stupid Gramps. I'm like going to explain, so like, please listen, okay? Ooh, witness testimony? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then like I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know. Well, not if you're getting into parapsychology and occult stuff. She's back to her airhead persona, yeah. However, you see... Oh. Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. Don't do that. The end. No, no. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. No, we don't. What Ms. Meany has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Ms. Morgan Fay to cooperate with... What? You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What is going on here? You don't think that somebody killing a close family member is enough motive for wanting revenge on somebody? And besides, it would be super suspicious. Okay, so Dr. Gray is a very, he seems like a very cautious man. He even is like packing heat to a channeling. To a spirit channeling, he's packing heat. Eeny, if she wanted to pull this off, would have to wait until he did mention something. And I think she could have, if she had, you know, like based her stuff around parapsychology and occult stuff and had been as talkative about it as she was with us and other people, then I feel like he would at some point come to her for help with such things. I think she played the long game here. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, like, it's just as I, like, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Oh no, very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss... No. No. Yeah. Is it Mia? Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. Alright? Can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Yeah, she had to learn how to channel a spirit. Or, I mean, no, she didn't actually. Because she looks like her sister, just like in her pictures she doesn't, because she normally doesn't have her eyes open. But with a wig, she could totally look like her sister. Nope. Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Ms. Meany had a motive, then... Let me see how long I've been recording. Alright. Is it a piece of evidence? Because I don't know if I have a piece of evidence that can... Because I really don't. Besides this. If you want to say that you can prove Ms. Meany had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? I have to. Why did she kill him in this way? It had to be to help Ms. Fey. Yes, I can. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. Exactly. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Ms. Meany had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, you love giving me my chances, huh? What? She's like, what? Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. Yeah. Can't leave any open books. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. Oh. He's like, I'm not gonna question the lady who's been hitting me these past few days. The court will take a 5-minute recess. Oh. We will continue the cross-examine after we reconvene. Oh, didn't even get to finish reading that. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna go until I'm at around my normal mark. Yeah, save my progress. Oh man. Plus, I'm gonna need to be able to remember all this stuff up front to be able to really get through this. I've had a perfect record so far, no screw ups, which is great. June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm afraid so. There's no way Eni could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. Under the circumstances of no one else other than your aunt. I was about to say, it literally can't be anybody else other than your aunt that helped her. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt? Because she wants to get rid of you. Everything is going just as predicted, Mr. Phoenix. Oh. Hello. This is Ace Attorney 1 spoilers. I know this whole playthrough has been Ace Attorney 1 spoilers, but I wonder if they're gonna do... I kind of hope they do the same route where they did with Edgeworth, where we had to defend Edgeworth in one of the trials, and we actually had to defend Von Karma, because that would be very interesting. It was already interesting defending Edgeworth, but I think defending Von Karma would be way more fascinating. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? It had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Yeah, your dad did kind of like kill somebody. I don't know if I'd call that a perfect record. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Oh. Say your own situation. Looking down at me even though we're the same age. Well, she's taller than you. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. Ooh. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. June 22nd, 12:10 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. I don't think she's gonna go down easy. She's probably gonna be pretty upset that she's gonna lose this. Who knows, we might lose this. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Ms. Eenie Meenie had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Well, let's peruse the court record for the umpteenth time. We know that she incinerated the costume. Maya's fingerprint still. I can't shake that. I mean, I'm sure it was just forged. Her fingerprints, like she had wiped it off and then put Maya's hand on it, but can't imagine Von Karma's not going to bring that up. Stabbed in the chest and shot at point blank. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. Diagram of the channeling chamber. Old steel key. Believe I can. Oh man, please give me a multiple choice answer. Eenie Meenie and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. And that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. See, I think Eenie was involved in Mimi's death. Because her story just doesn't hold up. How would you know if your sister fell asleep at the wheel? If you were asleep, this is another thing about being asleep and, claiming that things were happening. If you're asleep, you're not going to know that somebody else was sleeping. And that's the thing. So I'm saying, what if Eenie is involved? With Mimi's death? I'm really wondering if, then she wanted to take out Dr. Gray because Dr. Gray might spill the beans or get Mimi to spill the beans because maybe Dr. Gray wasn't even involved. Because he wanted her spirit to sign something saying that she wasn't drugged. If it was really her spirit, she would not sign it. Because she'd be like, no, you killed me. I didn't fall asleep at the wheel. That was a car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Ms. Meenie, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. There's the likes again. Had to put a bunch of likes in there, huh? I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Ms. Meenie, if you please. Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but here we go. Last year's accident. That was last year in May. Something really bad had happened at my sister's clinic around then. And the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was totally pooped too, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. I woke up because of a jolt and it was a sea of flames around me. I opened the door and got away. I think I've heard enough of this incident. Oh, heard of this incident. Okay. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Ms. Meany's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Yeah. Okay, time to press everything. That was like last year in May. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, like, that was in May too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd. And like, our accident was like on the 24th. 22 days later. I thought you said like she was tired from the whole thing. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was like totally tired, so that's why. Like something really bad had happened at like my sister's clinic around then. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was cause the medicines, like, got mixed up. Is it the fault of your sister, Mimi Meany? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Meany's fault. Let me double check how far I am in the recording. I should probably be ending this. Alright, I can go on for a little bit longer. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Meany's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Meany is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. Oh, okay, you meant the night of the car accident, not the night of the malpractice accident. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder then the car accident happened. Press harder. So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Right, because she got her license around them. No. Yeah, she got her license around them because she had to have her license because she got the photo was like with her when she had gone into the hospital, and that's how they reconstructed her face, because she had her driver's license. Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. Ah, but like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. That's a lie. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Ms. Meany. Ms. Meany, please amend your testimony. We're gonna have to count it out with the driver's license photo. Alright. I was, like, totally pooped, too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. Hold on, can I see that? My sister was totally tired while she was driving. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, real hard. So it's because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. And your sister, what happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black, and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore. Well, it's alright, no need to push yourself. I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know? it's that article, then I've already got it. I didn't have my license, so like I couldn't take over driving for her. That's a lie. I'm gonna press it first though. That's why you were in the passenger seat. Like, yeah, I was like at my college's research lab till like really late, so my sis was like giving me a ride home. I see, Phoenix, you can't do this. You're being too easy on her. Gotta be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony. Yep. So let's find the one cushion contradiction and end this. I'm gonna save, but I'm fairly certain it's his driver's license photo. Ms. Meanie? That was a lame lie just now. Lame as fuck. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is the photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Ms. Meanie? That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident because they reconstructed your face based on it. Director Hody, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about? That perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you... No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. After she got out of the hospital. That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Ms. Meanie did not have a driver's license. Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm like glad you get it, but like even if I had my license, I like don't think my sis would have like let me drive. Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Ms. Meanie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Ms. Meanie, if you please. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna see where I'm at because I think I should be ending this soon. Yeah. Okay. So let's get to this this next testimony. Maybe not. I don't know. Should I? I'll leave it off here. I'm gonna save again just to be sure. Okay. Huh. We've still been doing great. We haven't screwed up a single time yet, which is really nice. I'm hoping to breeze through the rest of this trial, although I'm probably jinxing myself every time I bring up the fact that I've been going through this relatively easily, but yeah, I've got most everything stacked up in my brain. Only a few hanging threads still, but you know, all will be dealt with in due time. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm probably going to start recording again pretty soon and try to finish out this trial. Because I feel like next episode is definitely going to be the end of it. Who knows, this could go on for longer, but I think, for the most part, we've got her cornered, in our minds at least. We don't have her cornered in court yet. We're almost there, though. We're about to drop some major bombs. And she's going to let us in on a fact that's going to be quite helpful, but... yeah, the court can't deny the possibility of it being her. Court really can't. Not a strong enough motive is not a reason to not suspect somebody of murder. People murder for crazy motives. Alright. See you guys.